watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening from wherever you're watching us. If you're just tuning in for the first time, you'll probably be wondering, why is she looking like a superstar on the show? Why is she wearing dark glasses? No, actually, these are prescription glasses. I have to wear them to see you. However, I should have probably given them to my guest sitting right next to me. She's hot from Britain's Got Talent. She's a superstar, voice of an angel. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Asanda, Jezile. Hey, drum roll,
Lovely
girl.
to see you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very honoured to be here. And good morning.
Do you know how long I've been wanting to meet you? Like, literally meet you properly, have a little gossip, and, you know, like, listen, finally.
Yes. I'm very excited to finally meet you. And you've met prior, but, you know, this meeting is a different one than how we met before.
It is a different one because, honestly, when I think about your name, your voice, your it's incredible. But the one thing I'm disappointed about is I'm not seeing you on billboards, Asanda. What's going on? I am not seeing you on big stadiums. You know, what is going on?
So I was on Britain's Got Talent from 2013.
Yes.
And then I went to Eurovision 2018. So to be honest, I don't really feel like it was a good platform for me to be on such a big platform at that time because I was kind of established Eurovision after Britain's Got Talent. I was 16 then. And then I kind of felt like I didn't feel the pressure of me needing to rush into my craft. Hence why I was able to still live my life normally, but at the same time still realize I'm an artist as well. And since then, I've just been having gigs and doing theatre shows. And because I've released my EP called The Wait Is Over, so make sure y'all download it and stream it.
The wait is over, finally.
The wait is over. That's why I called it The Wait Is Over. Because from 11 years old to 21, it's 10 years of experience being,
What a huge break. No wonder everyone has been trying to look for you and we couldn't find you anywhere. What exactly happened?
So I've been performing, doing gigs ever since I was on Britain's Got Talent. And then Eurovision. It's given me the platform, but I kind of felt like I wasn't ready yet.
You mean you weren't ready to go to the next level, or you weren't ready with your talent? Because your talent was there.
Thank you. My talent was there.
Yeah.
And it still is, for the grace of God. Amen. But I felt like I wasn't ready to release my own sound. I wanted to still build and grow. Hence why I was doing gigs, I was doing theatre, being in school, trying to have a balance. And now that I was 21, I just said, okay, I'm ready now. And I felt like God's timing is the best because ever since I released my EP independently, Metro even recognised it and they mentioned it.
Oh, you mentioned independently?
Yes.
What happened there, girl?
Yes. So
why are you not with a record label, or why is there not a huge team behind?
So you put in the work first before they can see if you're worth them pushing you. So
even though you have that voice,
yes, but the thing is,
that's not enough.
To be honest, it's not enough, and I actually understand it because to a certain extent, it's not really about talent. It's about hard work, but dedication. And I felt like me releasing my EP opened so much doors for me.
Yeah. Can you believe we already have people coming?
Oh my God.
Let's get this call.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise in your background. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Good afternoon. We are here with Asanda, the superstar.
Yes, I just say that. Yes, that I'm watching a platform so that Asanda.
You say that again?
I'm just going to say Miss Asanda that she's very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
And she's very talented as well.
Thank you.
So what we want Asanda to share with us today, of course, that's the topic of the day, is is the entertainment industry as profitable as
Yes,
it is?
I've seen.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm watching the platform already. I'm already on. No, I'm not. My name is Jezile, your daughter from Nigeria.
Ah, okay. You're not in the entertainment. Okay. All right. So we'll listen to what Asanda has got to say. Yeah. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, isn't that nice? She just
Oh,
called to
that's so
say how you're
sweet.
so pretty. You know, some
Thank
people
you,
will just
girl.
buy your ticket because, yes, you are pretty.
Thank you.
But you've got that voice. So
Thank
let's come
you.
back to, so the record labels
Yes.
want you to put the
They
work
want you
in.
to put in the work first, and using social media is a big advantage.
Right.
Knowing how to market yourself. So I kind of feel like I'm on the right track because I never thought that I was going to release it and it was going to be recognized as quick, like a year after. So last year, Metro recognized it. They put it in an article on a blog. And I've just been having gigs back to back. So the whole of last year, I was really booked and busy. And I've been able to work with different partnerships, performing at like prestigious events such as Lux Afrique, which is an amazing event. Lux Afrique.
Oh, yes, I do know that event.
girl.
It's very
You have to
high
dress
profile, isn't it?
Ooh, child. Girl.
like you're in Bridgerton or
You just have to
almost
dress like I don't know, like Coming to America vibes.
Coming to America.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
You know.
I've never, it's actually my friend that founded it, but I've never really attended. You know,
You should
I
come
have
this year.
to attend.
If you come this year,
yeah,
I'll come this year.
all right, we're going.
We're
to
gonna
that
talk
as
about
well.
it on the group chat.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Definitely.
Now, going back to Metro saw you're putting all this work.
Yes.
But if you're putting all this work by yourself, then why do you need a record label? If
See, that's the thing.
why do you need them? Why should they wait for you to go and graft, sweat, and then they'll meet you when you've already, when you're high up there? Are they not supposed to be the ones raising you?
No, I know what I want on this earth, which is always to be an entertainer in the music industry. I've always had that passion.
Right.
And I don't feel like it's unfair for me. I just feel like I've already established myself as a singer from the minute I was on stage at 11 years old.
Right.
And I feel like, God's timing is the best. So I don't really look at what society says where they put this thing where by now you should do this, by now you should do that. God's timing is the best.
By now, 10 years, you should have come up with 6 albums or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like you've missed out. Do you not feel like you've missed out? Honestly, not like truly speaking, like me and you just speaking without anybody listening. Do you not feel like you've missed out?
I don't feel like I missed out because the reason why I said that I wasn't ready is because teenagehood was not easy.
Right.
Coming from Britain's Got Talent, I was in year 7. It was literally a couple months before I just started to fit in with the others. Until I was 16 and I realised, okay, when I leave secondary school, I'm going to build myself first, build my socials, build myself, build my brand, build my style, and just come out of that mix and come out of that circle and just stay focused, because it's really, it plays a role when you're surrounded by the right crowd.
Okay,
Crowd.
you mean
friends.
Oh, okay. When you say
Because I was a
crowd,
teenager, so that's why I wasn't ready, because I still had to go through the teenage.
But did you not have this close circle?
I did have a close
that
circle.
Looked out for you.
Yes.
Or did you? Or because you were a teenager, were you a rebellious teenager, or a teenager that wanted to explore, or a teenager that held back? Which one was this?
I was a bit of everything.
Yeah.
I was a bit of everything.
Yes.
So I was a bit of everything, but music always was within me. I just had
within
to
everything that was happening.
everything. If someone said to me, "We got a show," I have to, tell my head.
Get up and go.
Yeah. I had to tell my high school teacher. I had to tell my head teacher. I have to perform. I've got a matinee today at Bugsy Malone. Can you please send me work that I'm missing out on so I can catch up? So I had to really figure, who is Asanda and what do I want? And I don't know who I was. I didn't know who I was at 16, 17. I knew what I wanted, but it really takes a toll with me to take that step forward.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad that I took my time doing this project, because I was able to grow and actually put my priorities and have more discipline. And spiritually, I think having spiritual discernment is very, very important in order for you to go to another level, because without discernment, you can easily be misinfluenced and end up in the wrong track. And yeah.
So you know people like Michael Jackson.
Yes.
They sort of felt like they
Still going to the studio. So certain songs that you hear from the EP, I think I was 18. I think I was 18, I was recording properly, and certain songs I was like, okay, I'm going to record. I was recording like since 2020, 2019, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And the more I was building and building and building, and as well, I wanted to experiment different sound and go to different producers and hear their sound. And because it's different.
Was that your fear or your family? Did they want to make sure that you live
They
your
wanted me
life?
to make sure I get an education.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to make sure that I also am able to balance my career outside of my education and just for me to see things out there, just see the real world. Just to see the real world. So
Right.
to toughen me up a little bit, which I'm very grateful for. Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, like for your age, you really you're so mature, like so responsible.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
Absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
Now let's go back to the question. Entertainment industry.
Okay.
Is it as profitable as we see it? I mean, this year is a money-making year. We all want to make this money. So, Asanda, you better tell us, is it profitable so we can all join this industry? Because all of this Rolls Royce, all the Rolex, do you know what I mean, Asanda? So, come on now. Now, spill the baked beans.
I'm gonna spill the beans. Make sure you get tissue to wipe it all.
That's it.
So the music industry, as you said, is as profitable as it seems. So, number one, personally for me, I know that, nothing is for free. We have to work hard for things in order for us to get things. Nothing's hand-given to you. For me, I've been working since I was 11 years old, having shows and getting gigs. So I've kind of always had that mindset of if you want something, you need to earn it.
Right.
Now, entertainment-wise now, it's profitable, but if that's the first thing on your mind, which is thinking about the money, then you're not really thinking long-term. You're only thinking to make quick cash. You have to do music because you love it. Once you have that mindset, the money will come. The money, I'm telling you, the money will come. But don't chase too soon. It's going to come as long as you continue putting the hard work. You tell the universe sees you putting in the work, then you're going to get the rewards. Now, when it comes to if it's profitable, the only issue that we have now in today's world is, apart from me being a singer, everyone wants to be an entertainer. And not everyone has pure intentions. They just want their name to be there to be like, I've just chilled with so-and-so.
What do you mean by that?
So it's a dog eats dog world. No,
but it's like it's an open book, an opportunity for everybody to explore their talent without being capped by the industry, without waiting for record labels, without waiting for management, because the social media there has given you opportunity to go out and make money. And I think a lot of these artists have done that because of, that kind of platform.
Yes.
But at the same time, I see a lot of struggling artists. Hence the reason why we really want to know, is there a profit? Because, to be honest, the artists that are high up there, the percentage is quite small.
Aish.
And then,
when you're signed by a label, especially, it's sometimes before you even get, your check, it's already cut down. It goes to this, it goes to this, it goes to this, it goes to this, it goes to this. And like, let's say, for example, they're going to put, 5 million on you. You need to make that back.
So they're giving it to you as a loan. It's not free.
It depends of certain deals that you sign with.
Yeah.
And I think hence why it's an advantage being independent, but it's a lot of more work because you're pushing yourself along with your team independently, so that you can be able to figure out how to navigate things without the push of the label. And once the label comes with the push and they see you put in the work, it can kind of work and do you a favor. But certain artists that are big, some of them want to be independent.
Because it's more profitable.
Because sometimes they feel like they've been robbed. So it's a 50-50. Record labels. So it's a bit a 50-50 win. It's always really good to don't just sign a contract because, let's say, Sony comes. No, you need to
because
get a lawyer,
it used to be quite
read
prestigious, isn't it, back then? That you're with the record label.
The Mariah Careys. And it was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth them signing the Mariah Careys and the Beyoncés and the Rihannas,
So you've been there before and you've been there now. If somebody's watching, somebody who probably wants to get in the industry, What would you advise them? Go independent?
I wouldn't
Is
say
that
go independent thinking that you're going to be just go independent. But for me, I'm independent and I am not fussed about it. I like the fact that I'm in control. I like the fact that I'm able to put my ideas and see the rewards of it. You know, just having a vision and just manifesting what you want and just putting it into the work and putting it into the vision board, and it kind of makes me want to go harder. It kind of makes me want to be like, okay, like, you know, I did it by myself. You know, I went to go record in the studio by myself. I booked the studio time by myself, done the photo shoot for my EP by myself, you know, put the platforms out by myself, along with the help of my parents and, you know, producers. But just knowing that I'm around people that want to see me win, then that's the most important thing. So for any artist that wants to come out, number one is do it. And it doesn't really matter how cringy it looks. Doesn't matter what society says, what they think. You should do it because you love it. And I would definitely say social media, use that to your advantage. Definitely go to marketing events. Definitely, you know, meet other people in the same industry as you. Be open to learn from other people.
But at the same time, Asanda, you're not asking them to leave their 9 to 5.
No. Don't leave your 9 to 5.
Don't leave.
No. Do not leave your 9 to 5. You're going to work to your 9 to 5. You're going to save money and invest that in your side hustle, which is your career, your passion. Don't leave a 9 to 5 because if you've got bills to pay. Girl, I work.
Today somebody met you out there, you're so glamorous,
Girl,
you're from Britain's
work.
Got Talent, Eurovision,
Girl,
all
I
of that.
work.
And then you're going to tell them, I've got a job, like a 9 to 5
I work.
job.
I ain't got 9 to, I wouldn't say 9 to 5, but I work. So I'm in administration.
Okay, so besides music, you're working on something.
Yes, because I went to university and I've got a qualification for business. A business the foundation degree, the skills for the workplace. So I was able to use that for my role that I have.
So that's what's funding your music.
100% funding my music, and because now my EP came out, I'm always getting booked. So I'm always getting booked. So I hardly now it's like my shows are coming more than
this is what people need to hear. This is what people need to hear. That even if you're an artist that's well established, you can still hold down a normal job, right?
But you know how I was able to hold down a normal job?
There's no shame in doing it.
Do you know how I was able to hold down a normal job? School. I didn't leave school. I went to secondary school for 5 years. I went to uni. I was able to deal with the real world and my passion. And that's why it kind of molds me and shapes me into putting the skills that I've gained from work and the skills that I've gained morally from my experiences, my life experiences, into my passion and career. And that's why I'm very grateful for my experience, because I'm able to just, you know, have that tunnel vision and just go in.
But do you see yourself in the near future doing music absolutely 100% full time?
100%. To be honest, last year was a crazy year for me. I was actually getting burned out because of the booked and busyness of the busyness that I was doing with the music. Having 3 shows week after week, and then next month this.
And they're paying well?
Yes. So I literally, one of the highlights of last year for me, performing independently after I released my EP in 2023. I was representing South Africa for the Olympics at the SA
that's
Hub.
Huge.
Yes.
That's huge.
And along with my parents, also in the music industry, my dad has a choir called the South African Gospel Cultural Choir, because he was in the Lion King, the original.
Oh, right. I know that. I know that choir.
Yes, the South African Cultural Gospel Choir. Right. So literally last month, I performed for the Mufasa Lion King premiere in the UK, along with us and the choir.
You are going in the places. You are going places.
Girl, wow. After that I was burnt out. I said, what a year. So I've seen the rewards, and I'm very open to opportunities. So I was not going to miss Disney performing at the, you know, Mufasa UK premiere for no one, you know. So definitely just anything you can get. Don't just grab anything because you're going to be on stage, but make sure it works for you as well. Not every stage is for you. But at the same time, make sure that you're in the field that you're in and be comfortable, because you're free. You can do what you want and just stay focused and surround yourself by people that are very positive so that you can be able to level up.
Positive.
Have to.
Now, I'm listening to you talking, and all I'm getting is positive. All I'm getting is this is an industry that's incredible. It's amazing. But is there any bad, as in some downsides that you want to share with us? Because you know, we're seeing all of this glitz and glamour, but what is the other side that you probably want to share with us?
As I've mentioned before, because of your question, when you said, is it profitable? That's when I said, nowadays, apart from being a singer, the entertainment industry as a whole, not everyone has pure intentions.
What do you mean?
So they don't respect, it's greed. They want to be in the entertainment industry over greed. If that makes sense?
What do you mean? Like, do you mean somebody who just go in the entertainment industry with no talent?
Let's say, you don't really have to have a talent. You don't have to sing to be in the entertainment industry. You could be in the entertainment industry by doing events, entertaining people. You could be entertainer by being a DJ. You could be entertainer by, you know, having a nightclub. You can have, you know, and wanting to bring an artist to perform. So when I mean by the entertainment industry as a whole, not everyone has pure intentions from the beginning. So that's where most of the times relationships fall off. Business relationships, communication, simple common sense starts to slip away.
Have you had your own fair share?
I've had my own fair share, and that's why I'm strict. I don't play about me, because if I play about me, who's gonna what leg do I have to stand on? So when it comes to business, I'm very, very strict. And it's business, it's not personal. It's a dog eats dog world, but at the same time, respect is what I feel like needs to be more considered within this industry. And it's very important for you to know what you're putting yourself into.
What about you as a female?
For me as a female, I'm literally the man at work.
Okay, so you don't see it as a barrier? As in
I don't
nobody
see
has
it...
tried it on with you, as in...
You mean tried it on with me, like,
as in, okay,
disrespecting me?
Disrespecting you as a female, or treating you a certain way because you're a female, you know what I mean? Like...
To be honest, I've had one, and I literally had to tell him when to get off. Because I'm someone's daughter. And my mum didn't carry me for 9 months to let anyone take me for an idiot. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm from South Africa, so we don't play right now. We're not playing those games. No way. Don't do that. Don't play with me. Don't play with it, baby. Nah. So my mum, because my mum and dad, they're from the music industry. And from South Africa. So they kind of also brought their experiences and kind of groomed me for me to be able to prepare myself. So, you know, without the help of my parents, I wouldn't know where I would be today, and God as well. But I'm also going to have to experience the downsides on my own. And this is where I have to use my common sense as a mature woman and think, what do I do? What do I say? How do I act? How do I feel? All of that comes into one by knowing how to handle situations on my own as an adult. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. But I think that you handled it really well. I mean, as I say, that gave you a lot of confidence. That you're so mature. Like, seriously, nobody would know that just a few years ago you were 11, and you were 16 and 18.
No, I'm 23.
So from what you're saying, it's profitable.
It's profitable if you know what you're doing.
Yes.
And the reason why I say don't rush to make money is because, to be honest, when I done my EP, at least my EP in 2023, I remember the first performance that I had, the first show that I had since I released my EP, and it was promotional. I wasn't looking at money, I was looking at the bigger picture. I wanted to see, okay, I'm singing these songs live. How are people gonna react? How are people gonna feel? How's the crowd gonna be? It was I took it as a work experience for me to develop my art and skills. Right. Once I started doing that and putting content, I started getting more bookings and getting more interviews and etc. And then that's when I started wanting to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to put a stamp now. This is all I do. This is what I take. This is what I don't take. This is what I tolerate. This is what I don't tolerate. This is my requirement. This is my rider. So you have your blueprint. I have my contract. I have my blueprint. I do not play. And I'm also insured as well. You have to have a music insurance. It's very important. Independently. Musicians Union.
But you mean your voice?
Musicians Union. So we registered Musicians Union. So just to make sure that your PRS, just to make sure you're protected at all costs. Okay. And let's say, for example, a manager comes to me now and he wants to sign me and he wants to give me a contract. I'll get my lawyer to read the contract first before I just sign. But he'll break it down in the urban English for me. Because, you know, sometimes they be using that Cambridge English and I don't know what it is, you know. So I don't want to be in a trap.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's see. Somebody's calling.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to the show. We are here with Asanda.
Hey.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
We have Asanda on the show. Good morning. Oh, I think we've lost that caller.
Oh.
Anyway, we're running out of time, Asanda. I want you to stay here so that we can talk about Amapiano. We can talk about. I know we didn't even touch on that. So, guys, I know that she's from South Africa. We were expecting her to talk Amapiano as well, but we've run out of time. So she'll be coming back. She's
Definitely.
She's gonna be a regular. But you know what, Asanda, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, I know that in the next 1 or 2 years you're going to be doing amazing things. We're going to see you on billboards. We're going to be coming to your live concerts.
Thank you.
I can't wait.
And as well, I just want to say, give it up to the doctor, Pauline Long. Thank you so much for having me here. And the first time I met you, it was brief, but you came to support and you saw me perform at the event that we all attended to. And I'm very inspired and I'm also proud of you. I'm proud and, women empowerment.
You're my daughter. You're like my baby. You're my daughter.
The women
my
empowerment.
Your age, like.
Women empowerment. And, you're still doing it. Like, you ain't going to stop. You ain't going to stop for nobody. And that's what we love, That's what we love.
Oh, okay. We're going to let Asanda go back. Okay, let's pick one call.
Okay.
Okay. Hello.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. We're here with Asanda, but she's only got like a minute. What do you want to share with her?
Yes, I love her. I was watching live from YouTube. I love all her inspiration words.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
You.
Thank you. Well, she'll be back to give us more inspiration, so we have to let her go now. Yeah, thank you so much for calling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Asanda, I think, I don't want to let you go. It's like I'm letting my baby go.
I know.
But you know what? I look forward to seeing you on those platforms.
Thank you. Thank you so
your
much.
Heart
Thank
out,
you. Anything, I'll let you know.
I'm here to support you.
Thank
you understand? No, I'm not your big sister. I'm your mum.
Oh, yes, no.
You know that I'm your mum.
Thank you.
You're my son's age.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Right, okay.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for staying with us, and we'll be right back with the one and only Chris Okagbue from Nigeria. Woo!
You are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God. You are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God. You are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God.
Yes, from music, from this stage, now we move into acting. And if you've been watching this show for a long time, my favorite word is exciting. And I'm actually excited to introduce our next guest, who has come all the way from Nigeria. Many of you might have seen him on the screen, strutting his stuff in the Nollywood movies. He is incredible. He's amazing. He is, I was about to say gorgeous. No, he's absolutely handsome. Welcome, Chris, on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's great
Drum
to be
roll
here.
for you. I think there were people just waiting for you.
Oh, calls are coming in already.
Like literally.
I barely even warmed my seat.
Right, okay. Chris has barely said anything, but we've just picked your call. We're here with Chris. Do you want to say hello to Chris, or want to ask him one or two things, the Nollywood actor?
Yeah, good morning, Asanda.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Hello?
Yes, it's good afternoon now, isn't it?
Yeah. This afternoon. This is Anna Maria calling from Nigeria.
Oh, Anna Maria calling from Nigeria. Guess what? We have on the show right now, Chris, the Nollywood actor.
I have been following up.
What do you want to ask him?
Okay, what I want to ask is when you are aspiring or when you are going into the entertainment, did lack of poor education affect you in any way?
If I understand the question correctly, if lack of poor education or not
Lack
being
of
so,
education
lack
or
of
not
education
being educated,
affects me in any way. I will speak for myself. It didn't affect me because I'm quite educated. I have a degree from University of Lagos. What I can say, I can only speak for myself, like I said, but I think obviously education goes a long way. It gives you an advantage. Because there are so many things that you can learn from school that you cannot learn on the streets. Also going to an actual film school would help you as well. But I don't necessarily think that it's a big hindrance as such.
So somebody can actually decide to, you can be a
100%.
market seller. The next day you can decide to get into Nollywood.
100%. If you have the natural raw talents, I think that's what's most important. If you have the natural raw talent, you can actually find yourself in the industry. It's now on you to better your craft by, gaining more knowledge on, what you're doing and how to, be better. So I don't think that from the get-go, not being educated would stop you from going into entertainment industry or the film industry.
And Anne-Marie, do you want to get into the film industry or the entertainment?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, but
do it, but I'm not a graduate. I am an O-level.
But entertainment industry.
That is why I asked, because that has been my passion from day one.
Yeah.
I would love to be in the industry.
Okay, but that the industry, you don't have to go straight into acting. You can be
the entertainment industry is so broad. There's
you
so
can
many
be
things you can do.
Production manager.
Yeah.
You can be an assistant. You can be a focus puller. You can be. There's some things you can do without training.
Yes, and then learn on the job.
Yeah.
While you're already there.
Anne-Marie, thank you very much for the call. Now keep your zeal going. Don't give up. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you can contact Chris on social media in some way and ask for more advice. I mean, this is what we are here for.
Yes,
we're here to give back, give back advice, give back, help, wherever we can. So thank you very much for that call. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's an interesting question, because a lot of people, they look at it on the screen and they say they can do it, but they feel like they need to have all of these 20 degrees.
Yes. No, not necessarily.
Anyway, let's go back to introducing you.
Okay.
For viewers watching from, not from Nigeria, but anywhere apart, around the world, I'm sure you'd like to know, who is Chris and what does he do?
Okay, well, my name is Chris Okagbue. As you may or may not already know, I am a Nigerian actor. I am also a film producer, having produced one or two things. I also model, not so much these days, but that was actually how I got into the industry as a model.
You started off as a model?
I started off as a model. I create content. I also influence as well. I have done quite a lot in the entertainment space that a lot of people don't know about. I've actually done what you're doing right now, which is TV presenting.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No wonder you're a natural. Shall I just leave you to carry on with this show?
You'd be surprised. I might just do your show.
Just carry on now.
So yeah, I've worked in TV presenting. I've hosted red carpet lives, and you know obviously how those are the difficult ones.
Pressure. Those are the difficult.
But I've done quite a lot in the industry, and I know I may not look it, or I may look it. I don't know, but I've actually been in the industry for almost 2 decades now, if not more. Because I started quite young.
Did you start when you were still
16,
a toddler?
Like 16.
Oh, 16 and 2 decades.
Yeah.
Well, how old are you?
I will be 38 this year.
Are you serious?
100%.
Okay, we definitely don't crack.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, quite interesting. I mean, I know you from Nollywood, not so much from the modeling and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised that that's what brought you into the industry, the modeling.
Yes, pretty
well,
much.
It's no wonder, your steez and everything, it all shows.
Thank you very much.
So the subject that we're touching on today, which is the entertainment industry profitable? We see all the glitz and the glamour. We see the big money being sprayed. We see, all the red carpet. We see all of this, life that's full of luxury and to be honest with you, everybody wants that life. And we're thinking, well, it looks easy. There's a lot of money in it.
Yeah.
Tell us, is there a lot of money in it? Is it profitable?
The simple answer is yes. There is a lot of money in the entertainment industry. If there wasn't, then a lot of people who are doing it would not be doing it. Like you said, most people would want that kind of life where, they're able to make money doing the things that they love. That's if they actually love entertainment. But entertainment industry is very, very broad. It's not just film. It's not just music. It's not just comedy. There's so many aspects to it.
Right.
So from a very basic level, I would say that yes, it is profitable. If you know what you're doing, if you have the talent, if you better your craft, and if you just do the right things. And there are so many reasons why it's profitable. I feel like, especially with the advent of social media, it has given the regular, is giving a lot of people the opportunity to actually showcase their talent. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Back in the day, as an actor, I'll use myself as an example. You pretty much have to wait for work to come to you. Right,
or you beg for it,
or you beg for it, or you go for auditions and stuff like that, which is still very good. But in this time and age, you can still do that, but you have other resources available to you, like social media.
Social media, yes.
You get what I mean? Now, there's so many people who, if you have a smartphone, you can set up your phone and get a few equipments that are not so expensive and basically make stuff. I've been in a movie that was shot entirely on an iPhone, from beginning to end, an actual feature film. That was shot entirely
on YouTube or Amazon. Where did you shoot?
At the time, it was on a platform called Rock.
Oh, Rock.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that.
The entire movie was shot on an iPhone.
You've just given someone inspiration right now.
Yeah, by a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are a few equipment you need to get, like maybe all those detachable lenses and stuff like that. That aside, there are people in the music industry, dance industry, who set up their phones and do dance covers and stuff like that, and they're putting themselves out there. They get seen by music producers, artists, music execs, and they find themselves in music videos, and then they get paid for it. These are like on the very basic level, but I would say yes, 100%. It is profitable, but it's not as easy as it seems. No. You have to be able to put in the work. There's a lot of work involved because you're basically doing everything by yourself. You get what I mean? You're doing everything by yourself.
So it becomes a full-time job, but a part-time job at the same time, because you have another main job.
You also have to have a main job that is sustaining you, because it's not something that you just jump into and then you blow the next day. Some people have that grace.
Sorry to cut you off, but is that the case as well with Nollywood? Or Nollywood, you go in, that's your full-time?
There are people who are full-time actors, right?
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about acting, I would say, is that one of the things that I personally enjoy most about being an actor is that my time is in my hands. Do you get what I mean? It's not as opposed to having like a 9 to 5 where you have to go into work at a certain time, leave work at a certain time. It's not necessarily that way as an actor. I pick and choose when I want to film, but this has come with me being in the job for a long period of time, carving a niche for myself.
So you mean you can turn down some jobs?
Yes, 100%.
You're not thinking of the money?
Well, it's not always about the money. It's not always about the money. I feel like as a struggling actor who's coming up, obviously you may not want to turn down jobs because you really want to get yourself out there, right?
Because I see some people there in
yeah.
like 200 movies, 400 films.
Yeah.
Like,
There's nothing
so
wrong
many,
with there's nothing wrong with being
like
in as many movies as
every day
possible,
they're
as
filming.
long as those are the kind of movies you want to be in. Those are the kind of stories you want to tell. Those are the kind of characters you want to play. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
You are at that point where you can say no.
Yeah, 100%.
But
At least in Nollywood, we've not gotten to Hollywood. When we get to Hollywood, it's like starting from scratch when I get to Hollywood. But in Nollywood, 100%, I have been blessed to the point where I can say, you know what, for this number of months, I don't want to do anything in film. I want to do something else, and I'll still be fine. And then when I want to come back, all I need to do is pick up my phone, make a few calls to a few producers that I know that are literally always working, let them know my availability, and I would have work instantly. So, yeah. Well, it sounds that easy, but it's happened because I've been in it for a long time. Do you get what I mean? And I've built that for myself.
Is there a formula? Because I know some people who've been in that industry for a long time, but they still haven't broken that ice. They still haven't. Is there a formula that you use?
My number one formula is grace, right? Because
number two, you're good looking. I mean that can be an advantage. That can be. Hey, Chris, we are not going.
That can be an advantage on its own, but you don't necessarily have to be an eye candy to be on TV. Right? It could be an advantage because, you know, you watch movies and series and stuff like that, and most of the people you see are always good looking, right?
Well, no, but a producer will be like, no, that guy will make my movie go to the next level, or will make my movie sell.
See, but that's the thing. And from a producer's perspective, because I produce as well, right? It boils down to what you want to sell, the kind of story you want to tell. If I am doing a movie about a woman who, if she walks into a room, she's going to turn heads, then I'm going to obviously cast someone who looks that way, right? If I'm doing a movie about someone who is not necessarily good looking, right, but possesses other skills or other talents or other features that I want to, you know, highlight or showcase on screen, I would not go for someone who is an eye candy, quote unquote. Yeah. So it
but
works
have you been
ways.
Typecast, as in always the role of the good-looking prince or the good-looking guy in the office or the good-looking lawyer? Good-looking. Have you always been typecast? I
would not say I've been typecast. I've done quite a number of movies simply because I look the way that I look. But like I said, getting to the point where I'm able to turn down work, I am trying my absolute best as a human being to make sure that that is not all I am showing people, because there's so much more. There's so much more in here other than what you see on the outside. So when I start to get loads of those kind of movies where it feels like I'm just doing the same thing over and again just because I look the way that I look, I turn them down. Respectfully, of course, because obviously they're coming to me because they see something of value. Unfortunately, at that point in time, that is not what I want to sell. It doesn't mean that they're wrong by approaching me for that. So I turn it down. And then when I feel like I want to get back in that space and showcase the fine boyness and everything and all of that, I get back into that space again. So
but it's true that the fine boys and the fine girls advance more. They go farther.
Unfortunately, I would say yes, but it's not the entirety of the story. Yeah, but unfortunately, I would say it does have an advantage.
So what what is the other formula? Like, what is the utmost? If somebody was watching right now, of course, Anne-Marie says she wants to get in, but she was asking about qualifications and that. I would say a lot of people in the Nollywood industry don't have the qualification, as in they haven't gone to film school.
You'd actually be very surprised.
Really?
You would be surprised. Back in the day, I would say maybe not. But right now, it boils down to what I'm saying, like, you know, with the person who called. I know people personally who got into the industry, started acting, doing very well for themselves, and then decide to go to film school.
So they got in first.
Yes, they got in first. And then they want to advance. Then they're doing very well. They don't even need to go to film school per se, because they're getting jobs. Jobs are coming. But for personal reasons, they decide to go to film school to better their craft. And it may not necessarily even be in acting. An actor could be, you know, very interested in being behind the camera as a director.
Script writing,
it could be into script writing, directing, and stuff like that. So in this time and age, I feel like a lot of actors, especially the young ones, are doing that because they feel the need to have an extra advantage. Because yes, you can act. We've seen you on TV, we've seen you on films. You are already there. We know you're a known face. You're a household name. But it gets to a point where even you personally, you feel like you want a bit of a challenge, you know, then you go back to
outside
being,
the box.
you go back to being taught, because you can never know it all. There's always room for improvement. The so-called Hollywood people that we look up to, the big names, you know, they're still bettering their craft. They're going to film school. They're going to theater school, do master classes, because there's never too much that you can learn. So
So, what is next for Chris? I mean, yes, you mentioned that, yes, you know, if Hollywood comes knocking, then you know what, your door is open, you'll be out.
I'm not even waiting for Hollywood to come knock. Like, I'm actively chasing Hollywood, because it's not going to just come to you. I mean, if it does, great, but I mean, you kind of have to put yourself out there to be seen. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But right now, you're in the UK.
Yeah.
Are you venturing into the British film industry at all?
Yes, I have done some projects here. Okay. I've actually done a project in Canada as well, a movie that was shot partly in Nigeria and partly in Canada. It's called Finding Odera. It's been to many film festivals. They actually won at the Toronto International Nollywood Film Festival, won a couple of awards. It's not out, you know, in mainstream media yet. So yes, I have. For me, I feel like it's really about networking, being in that space, you know, because in Nollywood, I'm already in that space. I know the right people to go to. I have access to them. Here in the UK, not so much yet, which is the journey that I am on, to get into that space, have access to the right people, be in the right network, and then, you know, the work will come. So it's almost like here, I'm starting from scratch, but it's very exciting because it's something that I actually did not get to experience as an actor. Yeah. Because my journey into acting was very different from so many people who are actors right now in Nigeria that we are actively chasing it. I honestly did not actively chase acting.
It just came to you.
Because I never wanted to be an
because
actor.
you're, I don't want to say because you're fine.
No, it's because I never wanted to be an actor, so I didn't chase it.
Oh, okay. We have someone who wants to ask a question. Okay. Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Good afternoon from Nigeria. I am Josephine Amodu from Nigeria.
Ah, Josephine.
Thank you
where are you? In Lagos or where are you? Where exactly?
I'm in Ogun State.
Ogun State. Yeah. Okay. So we're here with superstar, the very handsome, the very talented Chris. What do you want to ask him?
Yeah, the question is, I have passion for acting, like very, very well. I know how to act. I've been trying to be creative on my by myself, and though I'm still in school, I'm in 300 level, but I don't know how this dream of acting can be actualized, because I don't even have any means, because I don't know people like I can link up with, because one thing in Nigeria, if you're upcoming or you have passion, if you don't know anybody, your dream can just go down like that.
Josephine, now you know Chris. Now you know Chris. Yes.
So that is why, because we, like someone like me, coming from a low background, and I'm a determined person, really want to help myself and to really grow. But I don't know how to go about it, because I don't have connection with anybody to help me out.
Okay, let Chris answer that. Chris, I like what she said, that she wants to be able to help herself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't want to sit down and not do anything. But how can she translate that passion into action?
Yeah, I feel like the most important thing is that she has the drive and that fire and that determination. Yeah. And yes, she's 100% right. It's pretty hard when you don't know anybody. Knowing people actually does help. That's the honest truth. But what I would say is, the advice I would give, number one, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep bettering your craft. If you have actors or actresses that you admire, you know, watch their work. I don't necessarily have role models in the industry. I have people that I look up to. I have people that I'm a huge fan of their craft. Also, it's very important for you to show, if you're trying to get into the industry, you may not know them personally, but I'm sure you know of them. You know names of filmmakers, names of producers, names of directors. Social media has made it that you have access to them. Bombard their DMs, right? Bombard their DMs, send them messages, do monologues and send it across. Yeah. Just keep pushing. Do you get what I mean? Do monologues, make sure that they are good to the best of your ability, and literally send it to them, push it to them. Like all these names, movie directors, film producers. There are so many people in the industry right now that are very big that if they tell you their coming up story and how they got into the industry and how they were reaching out to this producer, sending messages back to back until that message was seen. Because the truth of the matter is, yes, the messages are quite a lot, but you never know the one that would click on your message.
Absolutely, you never know.
I've had to message people,
yeah,
because I wanted to work with, because I wanted to work with them, not because I was looking for work, but because I wanted to work with them for something that they've done.
Amazing.
And some of them got back to me, but some of them didn't. You get? So if I can experience that, then anyone can experience that. So just keep doing what you're doing.
So Josephine, I think that's very good advice. And the first thing you need to do is start bombarding Chris on his on his DM. Thank you. I think we do have another caller. We'll take the last call very quickly because we are running out of time. Hi, welcome to the show. Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon. My name is Amaka Kate. I'm one of your followers on Instagram. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Oh, hi.
Anambra State, precisely.
Oh,
Amaka.
hi.
Thank you for joining
Amaka.
us.
Thank you so much. We are here with Chris. Do you have a question?
Yes. Please, I want to ask.
Did we lose the call?
I think we lost her.
Yeah, but did you hear was it a question?
We lost you. We lost you there, Amaka. But if you can send us a WhatsApp text, yes, obviously I can share your question with Chris. I know we need to have a longer show, but
Yes.
everybody, everybody's calling, but we're not going to be able to answer everyone. But as Chris has said, that stay with your passion and bombard, producers, bombard who you feel that you want to work with. But there's something you say that I was like, when you say like you don't have a role model in the industry, I'm like, how is that?
It's not required. I feel like a lot of people have this idea of, I have to have a role model.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't necessarily subscribe to that. And it's a personal thing. It's a Chris Okagbue thing. I have people that I admire their work.
I think it's very brave of you to say that.
No,
I mean,
and it's
I
not
am
the
like
first time
that
I'm
as
saying
well,
it.
but I will never come out and say it.
No. I mean,
like,
that's
I've
the thing
met
about me.
somebody
With me,
for the first time.
what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get. And this is not the first time I'm saying. I say it all the time. I don't necessarily have a role model in the industry.
Yeah.
I have people that I respect their work. That I respect their craft.
Yeah.
I admire, but not necessarily a role model. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Anyone who thinks it's a bad thing, of course, they're entitled to their opinion. But it's
like, I mean, they might feel like, oh, he's arrogant. Like,
no. Anyone who's worked with me, anyone who knows Chris Okagbue personally knows that I am the least arrogant person you'd ever meet.
Yeah.
I'm very down to earth. I'm very humble.
I can see you. Now, it's very interesting questions coming through. Yeah. And I know generally everybody that's calling or texting wants to know how they can get into the industry.
Yeah.
Now, and you can't answer everybody. So I just want you to, look at the screen and give some advice, maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take this one, just 10 seconds.
Okay.
Hi, welcome on the show. We have a very short time here, so please just fire your question straight away to Chris.
Okay, it's Team Amaka Kate calling.
Oh, Amaka, okay.
I want to ask.
Yes.
Yes. So, being a successful actor, does it have anything to do with gender? Is it gender-based?
Okay.
Do I have to be a man or a woman to be successful in the industry?
Okay, Amaka. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, you can just answer her while yes.
The simple answer is no. Obviously, we live in a world where it seems like men are the ones that run things, right? But I saw a post a couple of days ago. A friend of mine posted something on Instagram, which I did not even realize until I literally looked at it and then researched it. The top 10 highest grossing films in Nigeria in the last couple of years, highest grossing films, were all produced by women. Top
right.
10. We are all produced
and
by
on
women.
that note,
So
you've answered that question.
I think that answers your question. As long as you have the talent and you're working.
Amazing. Guys, and I know that there's so many questions that you want to ask, but we are running out of time, guys. Thank you so much, Chris. And until next time, guys, stay locked with us.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
You are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God. You are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God.